ding.
Hey, y'all, we got a Wonka email.
We have a new soap for you today from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. It's great to see you. Thank you for finding your way to our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, why, join the live chat. Won't you meet us? Meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks from all over the world hanging out. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, we got a message from Douglas that he is starting to maybe assemble our advent calendar for this year.
Y'all, they might put it together. And if you have not yet heard about what they do at PAA for Christmas time, why, they put together the 12 Shaves of Christmas Advent Calendar, 12 different soaps and 12 one-ounce splashes in a smaller size, y'all. And they go up on the social media pages from those channels that do them every day leading up to Christmas. We don't do the Advent Calendar because it would ruin episodes like this. We have an unboxing and a first impression show, so we wait until they come out in the full sizes for y'all in wide release so the Whiff Pack can get them. But boy, do we sure wake up every morning in December and follow along. And Josue and a few more of the Whiff Pack were asking how to get their hands on it. So y'all, we will let you know as soon as we can. We'll put it in our Discord as soon as it's released. But keep your eye on the PAA webpage. That is the best way to make sure you can get an advent calendar when they're released, because sometimes they go in a matter of hours, y'all.
And for our soap today, this one is actually apparently from a past advent calendar.
Yeah, y'all. So hey, we're excited. A Ghost of Christmas Future has arrived. Let's meet it. All right, y'all, so from the future sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
Originally a huge hit in last year's advent calendar, North Meets East was brought back by popular demand in a full-size line for the season. A captivating blend of crisp northern pine, maple syrup, and warm, sweet eastern spices. Perfect for winter, but versatile year-round.
Opens with refreshing sweet pine and cedar notes, balanced by rich gourmand and shy undertones that develop over time. The complete collection includes a limited edition cube to round out the experience, a perfect winter scent, ideal for cold weather with a scent that evokes both the freshness of a snowy forest and the warmth of holiday spice.
Crafted with skin-nourishing elements, making it not only a fragrance but a skincare treat. With its unique scent and festive roots, North Meets East makes for a thoughtful gift for anyone who appreciates a rich seasonal fragrance.
Part of the long-standing tradition of unique, imaginative scents that blend vintage inspiration with a modern touch. Try something different.
Okay, Phoenix Shaving.
Yo, fantastic. I am so excited. Yo, warmth meets frost. The indoors and the outdoors. Maple syrup from the north meets incense and chai from the east.
The seasons are changing, y'all, so I feel like this scent may be up our alley.
And I've got a golden ticket. Let's let it out of the box.
It is.
I do not even know what the label looks like for this.
No, we don't.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
All right, open it up.
Let's see what we got.
Here it is.
Good little
y'all.
sound here.
This
All
is
right.
how the sets come from PAA. The aftershave, very well protected in the space.
Can I show you the label while you open it?
Oh, yo, that is
It's like opening the curtain.
gorgeous, like a magic show. Look at that, like the old Thurston posters.
And it does still have the pumpkin-y Phoenix
That
logo
is
on the top, so it
beautiful.
is our fall season
And
here.
y'all, if you've never read the back of your aftershave box,
is
you owe it to yourself. It is awesome. And this,
matchy.
that.
Look at that.
y'all, the labels are amazing. The level of care and work and inspiration just on the labels themselves.
intrigued.
I'm going to tell you, this is going to be an amazing set.
Right?
Look at it. It's got our little
I know,
Halloween
it's still
version
like
of the
the
PAA
fall fun.
logo.
It just looks cozy and yummy. Oh, but look at, is that a shadow of like a Sasquatch back there?
She's the one that finds this stuff, y'all. Look at that.
Right?
He just escaped from Camp Phoenix.
And then are these actual like maple leaves?
I
Look
almost
here.
thought that looked like the nose of a labradoodle. Okay, y'all, I think we better put a stop to this and open this immediately. All right, y'all. Sarah's even more of an expert on these scent notes than I am, so I want her to do this first. All right, then you tell me what you're getting. You ready?
New friend for our den. Well, let's see. We have to try and translate this good because it's new. A lot of people have not gotten their nose on this yet.
Right, here we go.
A little darker pour. So those who like to see.
Nice. Maybe some vanilla, but I don't know.
Whoa, stand back. This
That's
is
not really
strong.
a vanilla color. Oh,
I got a whiff already.
Okay, I'm closing my nose.
Ay. Hold on. Oh, we might fight each other for this one. I feel like it's in both our lanes.
Marital strife will be going on with this soap.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's the perfect amount of sweet and gourmandy-ish. Like the maple side is for sure maple syrup is there. But the spices are like deep, very fall fun spices.
Okay,
yes.
hold on. I have a question. I want to know about the maple in here because it is one of my favorite scents and it is almost completely absent from our cabinet of 400 soaps. Do you get a maple and what do you get?
It's maple forward, I feel like. And then the spices or whatever it's been brewed with kind of show like different sides of the maple somehow.
Gotcha. So what comes out? Is it like maple syrup? Is it like a toasted kind of maple? What do you get?
I don't know if it's as toasted. I get like almost like a maple liqueur, maybe, if that could be a thing.
Almost boozy?
Yeah, but the spice I think is more what's making that happen.
Yeah.
But it's not like I just poured the maple syrup out of a bottle.
Right.
There's something that's happened to it. So it's a little more of it's definitely the sweet side that's coming. It's
not a bay rum.
No.
Gotcha.
But the spices of maybe a tea or the bark of something, like they are cozy and fun.
Oh, nice.
Let's just say. I feel like if you didn't even see the label and you just took a whiff of this, you'd know it was supposed to be a fall/winter scent. You get the coolness in the air outside. You are inside in like a nice little cozy cabin. And you want to take a bite of it. I'm not going to lie. Like it does smell approaching that gourmandy side of like, oh, could this be like a maple spice cookie?
Right.
Like a snickerdoodle kind of thing? I don't get the biscuit part, but like, the spices that are all in here laid my brain to be like, this is a fun, cozy, sweet treat of something.
Now, hold on. Let's talk about the Eastern spices for a second. Is it more chai? Is it more incense? Like, what do you get?
I think it's more chai, but there's more like nutmeggy, cinnamony, no pumpkin spice, but like the other things that are coming with the fall Thanksgiving-y vibes, in my opinion.
Love it. I think I remember reading that Douglas's inspiration for this was ordering a chai tea when he'd never really tried one before, and he put maple syrup in it. And his friend was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Why wouldn't you?" And as soon as he tasted it, he's like, "I never had it like that without it again." And that was kind of the inspiration.
Well, like, they smell like they're best friends in here. So let me just say,
gourmandy, that's probably why.
They are friends. Whatever that combo is, it's working.
Nice.
It's
now,
working here.
Do you get the sense of an incense smoke at all?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's not smoky, but there's something woodsy at the back of it.
Okay.
So I think if like the bark of the maple tree or that kind of vibe could be coming through.
Right.
Maybe when we lather or smell the splash, there might be more of that.
Sure.
But I don't get it. I get hit much more with the sweet, savory, brewed kind of vibes and lots of spicy woodsy at the end.
Love it. Do you get a sense of tea?
I think so. There's something approaching a creamy-ish side, and I don't know how that's happening.
Well, because sometimes around here in the Bay Area, when I order a chai tea, sometimes it's clear. It comes in like a tea bag. Does that make sense? Or sometimes it's like made with cream. It's like a chai tea.
Then
and they put latte in it even, like coffee in it too. So I'm not sure which way, like traditional chai, if it's made with creamy stuff or if it's made with water. I'm not sure.
Well, I think there's a little creamy-esque here. Whether it's more like the wood side that's like my brain's putting it in there as a creamy thing, or if it's actually intentionally in here, I'm not quite sure yet, but it's working. If I could brew this up and take a sip, I think I definitely would.
She loves her teas.
So you're right. This is totally my lane. But I think if my world could meet your world, that you are going to be a very happy camper with what's in this little cup.
North meets east. I mean, maybe. Is this where our two set noses come together?
I feel like.
Okay, here we go.
But I feel like this has to be a new perennial for the season somehow.
Different pattern.
That's what I was trying to show the camera.
As if you like zoomed out. Does that make sense? Like usually that looks like you zoom in on that to get the piece. Cool. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Take a whiff.
The shake and clap.
I'm surprised you didn't get a whiff yet because it's pretty potent.
Why? I've been like closing my nose from the inside.
Trying not to smell it.
Okay, here we go. Whoa.
So think about the questions you were asking me, and now I'm trying to figure out how you'd answer those questions.
Y'all, just when you thought maple syrup was perfect on its own.
Nope, never again. Now it needs friends.
Dang it! I will never again be able to smell maple syrup without knowing it's missing something. Y'all, and I think that is the challenge to every great perfumer. Can you find those 2 scent notes out there, or those 2 accords that when they come together,
it's like the peanut butter and jelly
it's
combo.
right.
You know,
it just
you're like,
washes over you as something that should have been done from the outset. But y'all, this is wild. Hold on.
I know. We will try to get it to words, but we clearly are in shock right now. Please hold.
Well, I think part of how you do that is right when the edges of your first scent notes are beginning to reach their pinnacle, the beginning notes of the other accords come in and take over, like passing a baton in a relay race. Like that's what my brain is showing me. So just as the maple reaches its height of where your nose doesn't think it can get more beguiled by it, it passes the baton onto the Eastern chai spices, and the sweetness somehow like laterally pulls you in. And then all of a sudden you're in a whole different side of the looking glass. But you don't know how you got there.
No. Is there a creamy thing in the middle?
I have so not even gotten that far yet. I am just still enjoying the first whiffs of how clever this is. All right, hold on. Yes, absolutely there is something creamy in here, and I don't know how, but this is definitively a drink. It's not a cookie. It's not any other kind of gourmand. And you know what I love the best? Of course, the maple is going to be charming. That's what maple does. Maple's designed to hit that homey, nostalgic place in you. But y'all, everything that he has surrounded it with is as beautiful and as charming as the maple in a completely different way. That, for me, is the star. I mean, how would you invent a second Jimmy Stewart or a second... Are you kidding me?
And I feel like that there's 2 giant chunks to this soap. But then, like what you were saying earlier, how they interact, I think that's my brain was like, is it creamy? Is it cookie? Like it was just trying to diagnose what it could be. But I kind of like that we can't. Like it's its own thing.
And nothing at all bitter or even tangy in here. Everything in here is screaming comfort. This is wild.
Like it could take me to a fancy bakery somewhere in a whole different place I've never been. But as soon as you open the door and smell this, you'd never want to leave.
Everything as charming as cinnamon without a hint of cinnamon. I'm not sure how they're doing that, but everything that's bright and rich and spicy about cinnamon is there. But it's not a cinnamon.
Yeah, well, and that's why I was saying, I'm like, you asked me earlier if it was chai, and I was like, yes, but there are other things. It's not just chai. Like the spices, whatever those spices are, I feel like he almost took as much time as he did to make his atomic bay rum spices, and then did like the desserty sweet molasses version somehow.
You can smell the level of work that's been done in this. These are not just 2 things that there's vanilla in there.
There has to.
These are not just 2 sides that were put together and happened to work out like this.
No.
Y'all, these were built brick by brick, interlocking, interlacing.
Each puzzle
to give you
piece
this
helps the
picture.
other somehow. I don't know how, but you know there are multiple spices. It is not just one.
And as long as this is north meets east, we decided using our travel scuttle from PAA was a little bit appropriate here. Look at that. You get the vanilla oxidized top layer and then this beautiful, almost white layer of the soap that was underneath.
There are stories in this bad boy.
Interesting things going on in here. And y'all, this is my StarCraft brush. This is one of my newer brushes in PAA. I love this thing. Much softer bristles. For some reason, I thought that all the bristles on the PAA brushes would be the same.
Yeah, they're different.
They are not. The brushes are also little homages to the original brushes.
We have a little collection going. I'm sure we'll be back for more soon.
I want more. I want the orange one.
Yeah. It has a good, strong potency, which we like for our sweeter kind of things. I'm not going to lie.
I feel like I should get the milk frother on the espresso machine going on over here.
We had my sister come over last night and we're like, okay, what soap do we have her smell next? Because we were just clearly too much fun having her opinion. But she did enjoy some of the sweeter ones. She's like, I didn't think you'd want to wear it, but after you smell it, I see why this could be a thing.
And y'all, at the Barbershop Duet, we have figured out that yes, you go clockwise, yes, you go counterclockwise, but then turn the brush in your hand a quarter turn. Do it again. It introduces the bristles to the soap at a new orientation, and then turn it again. Really helps to load the soap onto the bristles. That way, when you bring in more water, you're building that lather in between the bristles of your brush and the bowl, not just the bowl itself.
Oh, I am getting whiffs over here. I'm not gonna lie.
Y'all, for those of you that enjoy your intensity levels on the scents a little bit on the higher range like I do, I bring you glad tidings of great joy.
Right? I feel like getting a whiff of this is taking me into my little silly Kindle books that I'm reading that are all like Hallmarky and fall towns. Like this is what all their coffee shops smell like,
Y'all,
right?
this is the scent of the Hallmark Channel.
There you go.
They shot one for Hallmark called The Christmas Card, and it was shot on Broad Street in Nevada City, where my mama grew up. That was the movie theater she went to when she was little. That was the fire station where she had her Girl Scout meetings, y'all. So it's so cool when she used to watch that movie, and she would just tell us all the places she was seeing. I think Ed Asner was in it, right?
Oh, so sweet.
And y'all, what I love best about this is the balance is perfect. I don't know how in the world you would bring maple up against chai and create it so that not a single one jumps forward. I think in the world of perfuming, I think you're right. I think you would say this is maple forward because that's the one scent note in it that your nose can best identify right out of the box. But I don't think it's actually stronger than the rest.
Right.
So I think you're getting it all in one gorgeous wave, and the maple is your doorman. And it's like, hi, you remember me, your old town maple. And then come in and meet some of my friends who are just as charming and fun as I am. Y'all, this scent needed to be, I mean it. I will never smell maple alone again and not miss something.
And it's interesting too, because as you're saying that, I'm like, I think people are going to think, well, I have a pumpkin spice. That works for fall, right? No, you would need this. This is a different side of fall.
And this is something you will only find here on the Barbershop Duet. This is the Mad Tea Party with on 3, 1, 2. Oh.
Right?
That's a tiny bit more soapy in the puck, but more real and beautiful like the drink here in the ladder.
And the sweetness is a little less here.
Right.
Not that it lost the sweetness, but you get more of the spices and the complexity of the scent, I think, over here.
Right. And none of the sweetness is coming from like a sugary note. It's all just the organic sweetness inside of these individual notes.
And I feel like there's something about chai on its own, that there's time put into the spices and the seasonings. It's a really thought out process. And the same thing making maple syrup, it's a time thing and everything has to be matched. And there's something like almost like an aged liqueur vibe. You can tell time was put into this.
You know what? Let's have a grown-up conversation. You know why this is awesome? Exactly what it said on the sales page. I might have trouble picking out a new soap for somebody that I want to start wet shaving for Christmas. Get him a little razor, get him a little lather bowl. What soap would I start with? Well, I bring you glad tidings of great joy because I would want to give them something a little bit seasonal so they could remember when they got it. Kind of introduce them to the idea of seasonal scents in the shaving world. But Christmas is over, December 26th. This they could use deep into the spring, and they are right. If you needed a crowd-pleasing gift to give someone, this is going to be my pony this year.
And it's funny because it has the perfect amount of sweet, but there is a little masculine kind of cozy spice happening.
And I can't think of anyone who wouldn't adore this and have their wives almost love it more. Are you kidding me?
Like if your barbershop could be inside an awesome bakery cafe vibe where like the spices are being brewed
that is on a plane going from Canada to the east.
There you go. Perfect.
That's pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
And y'all, we read them before, but I am lost in the woods. Let's take another look at these scent notes. All right, y'all, back to the future sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. We have North meets East, an intriguing scent profile.
Maple sugar, frosted pine needles. That's all one thing.
That's the scent note? What's the man done? It's brilliant. Crisp and invigorating like a breath of fresh winter air from a snow-covered forest.
Yes, I know it's cold outside. I don't know how, but taking a whiff of this, I know it's frosty out there.
How do you do fresh air?
Well, it's there.
Perfect. And then
Eastern spices, a whisper of warmth and mystery with exotic spices that drift in like a memory from distant lands. Chai lovers will love this. He's not wrong.
You know what? I'm going to say it. I don't think this is traditionally a chai. I think it's really close.
Yeah.
But I think it's a balance of
There's
all of those
something
beautiful scent notes that make up a chai. And I think Douglas has like put his hand in it to make it a little bit different from a chai.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more intriguing. And I think that's what makes it bind with the maple. That's the Sunny to the Cher. That's the Captain to the Tennille. That's how Gilligan got off the island. And then
tonka bean resin, soft, rich, and enveloping, adding a smooth, vanilla-ish undertone that lingers like the last embers of a fire.
That's what I love about this. You can tell it's not just tonka bean. It's a tonka bean resin. Everything had to be perfect to get this balance to do what was in his imagination. And then
a hint of incense,
which is going to be interesting because we are Roman Catholic and we did not get incense in this, so it's going to be something a little bit different. It's going to be smoky and timeless, a touch of intrigue, reminiscent of ancient temples and far off travels. See, Douglas has been to these places. This is not the incense we're used to at church.
But
this
it adds to the other Eastern spices.
Right.
Something in those connect so well that you don't even realize that they're in there.
Right. And very often oud is an incense, y'all. It is very often applied by burning it and having the smoke envelop you. So.
Okay, so let's try to just wrap up this full scent profile.
Full scent profile. So, really raw ingredients here, y'all.
But
here
look at the first one.
I know.
I was right.
I know.
Sweet cream.
I
win. Okay, ground nutmeg.
You called that.
Yep, okay. Fir needle.
Perfect.
Interesting. It's not as crazy as I thought it was, but it's there.
And
it's
the
there.
fir needle pulls it out of the gourmand lane by just a tiny bit, but it's enough to give you the right perspective that what you're holding is a fabulous drink.
And it's that time of year is in there somehow too.
Right.
But it blends right into the rosemary part. Like those spices just blend together.
And then this is why I love Douglas. This is why I am a devotee, y'all. Coconut.
Just the little sweetness. That's all you get.
It's hard to do in a set, and yet this is not what it's doing. It's not sitting in here to make it more tropical. It's part of the creaminess. It's part of the nuttiness. It's like beautiful. And then
sweet pine. Not just pine. Sweet pine.
Well, fir needles are different than sweet pine. As different as the next accord, which is
maple syrup. Just that, y'all. Almonds, tonka bean, vanilla bean. So those are separate. Tonka bean and vanilla bean.
And y'all, within the maple syrup, tell me if I'm crazy. If you needed to find a little bit of cherry in the almond, you could.
Maybe.
And it would make it amazing, especially when it comes up against the vanilla bean and the musk. The musk that's in here is magic. It's a little bit of a darkness, a little bit of a cloudiness to it, right?
And then our last one listed is crystallized maple sugar. Crystallized, y'all. Not just plain.
That. But do you remember at the very beginning of when you were figuring out your diet, when you were diagnosed with Crohn's disease, you had to buy maple sugar that was crystallized.
I couldn't have plain
syrup.
Sugar. Yeah.
That is in here.
Is.
I can smell that. Remember we had to go up to Petaluma
we
to
totally
actually
did.
buy it.
It was an adventure. Wow.
Douglas,
but it makes sense.
Fran, this is incredible. This might be my favorite PAA we've done this year. And y'all, we have done some that have really rung my bell.
It hits that perfect time of the year, like where it goes from fall into winter. And if you want something that could go on that ride with you, that's this scent, the whole season.
This, if I were to give an adjective to this, y'all, this is by far the coziest scent I think I have ever smelled in this wet shaving world.
Like you are so content when you smell this, like you are on the coziest couch holding your nice little mug of whatever magic this is and just indulging in the moment and enjoying the quiet outside. It's cold out there. You're all cozy inside.
This is your grandmother's house and she's in a good mood.
Yep. And then here's the last thing it says, which we clearly will agree with. This is the stuff of legends, ... in every culture. I don't see why not.
Isn't that cool? It's not just a blending of the scents, it's blending of where they came from.
Right?
It's something super far away. Canada and the Far East.
Yep.
Very cool. And isn't there something nice about how they do come together as if they were meant to be together in the first place? As if maybe long ago there was a giant Pangea sort of land mass that broke apart when the oceans formed. I mean, I can dream, kid. And y'all, there might be a couple of mysteries left in here. We might have to go a little south. Have you ever been more excited for a splash in your life than
Well,
this
I
one
think
right
the
now?
other thing too, like if when you look at the label, like this scent is meant to be a liquid. So there's something about smelling it in that form where a lot of the other gourmands, you know, like a banana bread is not supposed to be in a liquid form. This is
And
different.
we have our new orifice here in the PAA aftershaves. This is the glass restrictor, and it comes with this lovely little plug that you just have to pull out, get your nail under it, and it makes a cool little sound when it happens. Let's see. Ready?
A little. There you go.
That, all right.
Okay, Marcus is going first. Let's see.
We're going together. I don't want to do this alone. Are you kidding
All right,
me?
give me
All
a
right,
few
we
shakes
go.
here. Let's see.
Ooh, I'll go north, you go east,
Okay,
and we'll
see
meet
what-
somewhere near Hawaii. All right, ready? On 3, 1, 2.
Gotta do the shaky.
Holy crap! Y'all, are you kidding me with this? How is this already not my favorite Christmas scent of the year?
I don't know how, but everything in the lather. This is the other side of the scent. This is the more creamy, coconutty, all the scents that when we were reading and we didn't really get it right away. I'm getting them here now. Okay, so the creaminess that you get in Space Nog, y'all, is somehow in here.
I am so glad you said that. I was like, wait a minute. This is just a tiny bit reminiscent of some notes going on in there that are from one of my absolute favorites that I wore 4 days ago because it's now the Christmas season.
But look, now she woke up. She said,
This
wait,
has
what is that?
tiny bit of that vibe of Space Nog, and boy, is
But
that
there's
my
all the
favorite
spices
Christmas
and,
thing ever.
that part's different. But
Right.
the little
Oh, yeah.
creamy part,
Yeah,
instead of the
right.
Atomic Fey rum, we got this little thing.
It's not the same scent. It's
No.
the same charm. It's
Yes.
the same, wait a minute, eggnog with your bay rum. Holy crap, do those fit together in such a cool,
Yep.
clever way. Or bay gum, y'all.
Yeah.
This is doing that exact same click, except it's with chai, incense,
Does
and
it smell
maple.
different on me? Because I feel like there's something extra sweet.
Well,
happening.
everything is extra sweet with
Is
my
that what I meant?
beloved.
But yes.
She could put on batters up and it would end up smelling like a pickleball game.
There's something else. At the end of Nano Bread Dry Down from the splash, there's something that could almost approach a buttery thing. Is that coming through here? I think it's the vanilla tonka bean. There's something
Right.
mixed.
A little buttery and a little cinnamony without being either butter or
Yep.
cinnamon.
It's there.
That sense
It's
of that
almost-
is in here
is
too.
it called like the flambe that you do on top of flan or something?
It is now. It's a jubilee.
When we were reading, it's a full line. So should you? Oh,
And Lainey burped.
so should you need an EDP? There are limited cubes though. So
my
good luck.
bay gum cube is getting low.
Oh,
this is
strap
going to be
in.
my Christmas
This is
cube. right here.
or the birthday thing coming in. We got to get the list going.
I got 3 letters for you. EDP, and we have loyalty points. Are y'all seriously? The skirts are. It's a good thing we're not wearing pants because our skirts would be blown up
They're
so
gone.
far you couldn't see our faces. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be sitting in your Barco lounger outside of Alberta, Canada, and you're going to discover in your email box the location of the world's greatest chai. It's a long way away, so you book your plane fare and you grab your bottle of Run Amok Festivus-themed maple syrup. Well, when the TSA agent tells you you can't travel with this because it's more than 3 ounces, you're going to say, you will get this when you pry it from my cold, dead hands, and you got your own! So head over to their website at phoenixartisanaccoutrements.com. Or even better, do it by way of the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, which lets them know that we sent you, and it gives us back a small percentage of the sale, which we'll probably spend on soap so we can make more episodes. It's at no cost to you, and we would be grateful. Y'all, I was looking at the PAA spreadsheet the other day, checked the fan group on Facebook, and I was dreaming about some of those autumnal scents that might be a-coming. Y'all, this fills that lane like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It is such a phenomenal gourmand that when Sarah's mom smelled it, and yes, we drove it over there for her to smell it, she said, why would you want to smell that good? You're gonna get bit. Somebody's gonna drink you. She could not believe this was a shaving soap. She was sure it was some kind of cookie dough or something. Y'all, what a phenomenal, nostalgic scent. I adore this. Thank you, Douglas and Fran. I am not putting this down for messages. Welcome to messages.
Welcome to Messages. So we decided for November that we wanted to give you a chance to win $20 to Murphy and McNeil.
Yeah, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible is send us an email here to WeSentYou at thebarbershopduet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back here for our first Christmas episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck. I don't think we're going to do anything else productive today besides maybe take a shave with this and sit and whiff for the rest of the day.
Y'all, we don't talk about our favorites, but I think I am about to proclaim this the 4th soap of the year to make my masterpiece collection. Y'all, absolutely extraordinary, absolutely outside the box on the levels of cleverness required to put all of these set notes together and have them play in the spectacular balance that we're finding them in here.
This will be one of our new favorites for, like, once the season has shifted from Halloween time. I think this is going to be the first one that we bust out just to take with us all the way through till January.
And if you are one of our friends who's got some irritation and razor bumps going on, you might want to expect this under the tree this year, y'all.
That
What
is
a
for
crowd
sure.
pleaser.
Thank you so much, Douglas and Fran, for putting us on your list and getting this to us. We are so excited we got our noses on this and to put it in our den. It's going to be such a new friend.
And it was so fun doing our Instagram live together. Thank you for that. It was awesome to discover that you were just as fantastic in person as we thought you would be.
One day we will meet in person, but until then, that will
Maybe
hold
a
us
meet up in the Southwest someday. Who knows?
not?
Mysteries and wonders.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.